tell me, this is not the first time you faced competition. What was so different about the last competitor who joined the paints industry as opposed to what has happened in the past?
So when we look at it across, when you see over the years, what you said is right. We've had lots of competitors coming in and a lot of MNCs coming in to that extent, which is there. So we had Sherwin-Williams, which came in earlier. We have Jotun, Nippon, and so on and so forth. I think the difference here was that someone came and tried to basically look at, doing a very disruption by looking at a scale which was very, very big in terms of the sense. And someone possibly we felt that were not really bothered about the money they were burning in the sense in terms of what was going in the market. So I think it was what we saw, that there was a certain scale, there was a certain possibly ambitiousness from a point of view of really kind of disrupting the market from the point of view of the way they were kind of coming and so on and so forth. So I think it was more from the point of view of the scale in terms of what we saw it coming, and the fact that there was someone in the market who was really burning the money and not really bothered in terms of how will it kind of go in future.
Yeah. So would you say that is the biggest threat, the scale?
See, actually what we see is that there has been something which is nothing very different in terms of what we have seen. It is all Me Too in terms of whether it is the product range, whether it is service, whether it is in terms of the distribution, or whether it is from the plants. Because actually it is all people from Asian Paints only who have gone there to that extent. So from that point of view...
it's a compliment.
Yeah, it is.
It is the compliment.
It is. And that has always been in the industry. We have all people from Asian Paints all across to that extent. So I think from that point of view, there has been nothing different. But I think the only difference which we felt was that the kind of, possibly discounting, the kind of possibly the burning of the money was something which
aggression,
was very,
basically.
It was very, very high to that extent. No, there can be aggression in marketing, there can be aggression in innovation, but it is aggression from a point of view of discounting in terms of what we saw, which was something which was very different in terms of what is there, and we felt that possibly it kind of just carried on for a while to that extent.
But does it work in your industry? Because continual discounting would then also mean quality suffers, right? Or does it not? I'm just trying to understand this better.
So actually I think that's a good point, because today if you look at it, our industry is not like an FMCG, okay? It's neither like a consumer durable, it is something in between. And at the same time, the consumer in a paint industry is coming for painting once in 5 years, okay? Unlike an FMCG industry where, I am buying every week, every day, every month kind of a zone, and I'm really interacting with the brand. So therefore, I think the difference in this industry which I see is that unless you have the capability of building the brand over 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, it is very difficult for someone to really survive in the market, because your instant discounting, instant pricing will get you the current customer. Okay, the customer which is going to come literally the next year, you have to kind of really start looking at sustaining the same thing in terms of what you're doing with that customer, because the customer which is coming is totally different. So I think it's a very unique industry from that point of view, and therefore I think the name of the game in our industry is sustenance. Name of the game is really building the brand and looking at consistency in terms of your actions, in terms of what you're able to bring over a number of years to that extent. So I think industry per se requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of resilience in terms of what you need to kind of show. And therefore, whatever you do in the industry, one has to be very careful that from a point of view of medium to long term, you are able to really sustain your actions in terms of what you are taking to that extent. That is the only possibility that you will really survive in the industry.